My name is Bethany and I am the Yogi Witch. Welcome to this 30-minute calming flow. It's going to be a full body flow today, barely any movement. We're going to hold the pose for a lot longer to really kind of embrace the restorative aspects and the benefits from this. It's going to be so calming. I even donned the hippie trousers for this. So get yourselves comfortable, maybe grab a couple of blocks, a bolster, blanket, pillows, whatever you like, and I'll see you on the mat in a moment. So just coming into a comfortable seated position to begin this flow. You can have your legs crossed or extending out in front of you, whichever suits you. I'm just going to roll back the shoulders, sitting up straight. Imagine that invisible line at the top of your head pulling you up, and then taking your hands to your knees. Just going to flip the palms so they're facing up towards the sky. Just closing the eyes here. As we gently inhale and gently exhale out through the nose. Just aiming to get our exhales longer than our inhales here, to really begin to calm down the body and the mind. Taking a few moments here to ground ourselves, feel ourselves connected with the earth beneath us, with the world around us, and tuning into our body and our breath here. Beautiful. And gently releasing the chin into the chest. You can begin to take some neck rolls here, so moving the chin from left to right. If you like, you can maybe bring some circles into these neck rolls. Just very gently, no rush here. Just moving in one direction and moving in another. And then gently bringing your head back into the center so your chin is parallel with the floor. You're going to begin to tilt your head all the way over to the left hand side. Holding here. And then bringing the chin back into the center. I'm going to move it over to the right hand side. Move the head back into the center. Bringing the chin into the chest, just gently blinking the eyes open. We're going to inhale. To gently bring the arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, we're going to twist over to the left hand side here. Taking our right hand on our left knee. Inhale, slowly bring your hands back up to the sky, and exhale, twist over to the right hand side. And then gently inhale to bring both arms back up to the sky, and this time you're going to bring your left hand up your right knee, and you're going to move over to the left hand side with your right arm, opening up the chest here. And then gently bring the body back into the center. Re-extend both arms to the sky, and then taking the right hand on the left knee, we're going to move over to the right hand side. Inhale, bring both arms to the sky, taking the arms behind. You can interlock the fingers, pop the chest open here. And then gently releasing the hands. Then take them all the way forward and then relax the body down. Get in a gentle stretch on the hamstrings, the glutes and the hips here. Doesn't matter how far you go down, you're just going to close your eyes here. Before inhaling, bringing the body all the way up. And we're just going to separate our legs here, and you're going to bring the left knee right in front of the right foot here, coming into almost zigzag shape. And you're going to twist your body all the way over to the right hand side here, coming into a modified pigeon pose. Pressing into our fingertips here to lift the chest. If it feels alright, you can stay here, or you can plant your hands into the mat, tucking left toe behind you and move into your full pigeon. Inhale to rise and exhale to forward fold over that right knee. Avoiding any sharp sensations here, just opening up the hip. And then bringing your hands to the mat. I'm going to inhale, coming on the fingertips to raise the chest all the way up here before sitting back on the sit bones here, bending the knees once more, and this time we're going to flip them. So we're going to bring the top of the right knee into the left foot, coming first into our modified pigeon, raising on the fingertips. Feels alright, you can stay here, or if you have full pigeon in your practice, you can plant the hands down, tucking the right toes, and move into the full expression of pigeon here. Not holding our breath here, creating a beautiful breath, a rhythm of breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And then when you're ready to come out, planting your hands into the mat, coming onto your fingertips. Inhale to raise the body up and sitting back onto those hip bones, bringing your feet together and just rocking the knees from side to side. For all coming all the way over and move into your tabletop position. I'm going to come into a child's pose. So if you have a bolster here or maybe a couple of pillows, I do recommend you grabbing one just to make it a little bit more calming, a little bit more restorative. Or if you don't have anything, you can come into a regular child's pose by taking your hands down by your side, bringing your forehead into the mat. If you have a bolster, you're just going to bring it in between you, hugging it close and just resting your head here. And your whole body go heavy. You can take the palms up to the sky once more. You can stretch them out all the way in front of you, or you can bring them by your side. or you can hug the bolster. There's so many things you can do here in this pose. I'm going to stay here for a few breaths. Let's say 10 breaths here. Feeling so relaxed here. If our minds start to wander, then just gently bring the attention back to your breathing. And then if your palms up to the sky, just going to flip them back to the mat, slowly raising the body all the way up, just moving bolster to one side, tucking our toes here, and then inhaling, coming all the way up, taking our arms up to the sky here, coming into a mini back bend, before bending all the way back down, coming into our tabletop. Tuck those toes and lift the hip bones all the way into the sky. Pedaling one leg, pedaling another leg here. Then just holding us down dog for a few breaths. You can bend the knees, kind of taking any sensations away, or kind of stretching sensations from your hips and your hamstrings. Just finding out what's comfortable here for you. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, just walking the hands back to your feet. Taking hold of one arm, taking hold of another. Just swinging from left to right, and then maybe bending the knees from left to right, letting any pressure of the body go. And then bending the knees, coming all the way up to standing. Taking the arms overhead, reaching all the way up. Taking our gaze at them, reaching all the way up, stretching here. And then bringing our hands to prayer in the centre of the chest, coming into mountain pose. I'm going to practice some of our tree pose here. My apologies if the camera's cut me out. But all we're going to do is bend knee, bend left leg, bend the right, keeping our hands into namaste in the centre of our chest. And then when you're ready, you're going to shift all the way into your right leg, bending the left leg and bringing the heel of the left foot to the ankle of the right leg. And you're going to stay here. If you like, you feel alright, you can bring the foot to the calf, or you can bring it all the way up into the inner thigh. Just finding your drishti point, just meditating on it. Lose yourself in the focus stay here for a few breaths. Doesn't matter if you wobble and fall, just come straight back into the pose. Maybe hold onto a wall, a chair, a dog if they're wandering past. I used to say that the trick of balance is all in your mind. So that is true, but I've also realised as my practice has gone on that the trick of tree pose is what leggings you're wearing. And these hippie trousers are very slippery. But then when you're ready to come out, just gently releasing the left leg down, taking a few movements from left to right. Before we come and try it on the other side. So putting all the weight into the left leg, bending the right leg here, feeling strong. You can bring the heel of the right foot, the ankle of the left leg. You can bring it to the calf, or you can bring it all the way in. And then just holding here, keeping your gaze on your drishti, on your focus point. Trousers are not ideal, even though they're so deliciously comfy. Not holding our breath here. And then when you're ready to come out, just relaxing the right leg all the way down, taking a few hip movements here. And you're going to walk your feet into a wide-legged stance now. And we're going to let our bodies go here. We're just going to begin to move from side to side. Maybe allowing the hands to come to the mat, the feet to walk a little bit wider. Bending one knee, bending the other. Before bringing our legs into stillness so our feet are parallel. Allowing our body to hang heavy. You can keep your hands into the mat, or you can bring your head all the way to the floor, whatever feels good for you. If you have a bolster, you can even rest on a bolster. Just finding some comfort in this practice. Pose like this creates flexibility, mobility in the hips and the hamstrings. So just relaxing here. If it feels too much for stretch your hamstrings, you can bend the knees a little bit. Not staying here too long. So if you're resting on a bolster, just gently move it out of the way. Planting the hands into the mat. And it's going to bring heel, toe, all the way, feet back in. You come back into your forward fold. And then from your forward fold, it's going to gently move back into your tabletop position. Relaxing the body here and taking a few cat-cows. So we're going to inhale, drop the chest, look all the way forward. And then exhale, curve the spine. Bring your chin to the chest. Inhale to look forwards, curving the spine. And just moving with the rhythm of your own breath here. And when you've taken your final movement, we're going to work on some wrist stretches. So all you're going to do from your tabletop is going to turn your fingers inwards, so the inside of your wrist is facing outwards. Tuck those toes, just gently going to move back and forwards. Exercises like this are a wonderful addition to your practice, especially if you do maybe a lot of power yoga or vinyasa, where there are a lot of down dogs. This also creates strength and mobility in the wrist, so it makes a lot of poses like down dog a lot easier. And then placing the knuckles into the mat. It's going to make some movement here by moving back to your palms into a fist. Taking this a few times. Beautiful. And then when you come back with your hands planted firmly in the mat, you're going to take your fingers to the outside of your mat, so your palms of your hands are still on the inside and your wrists are facing each other. We're just going to move from left to right, keeping the arms straight as you get some shoulder stretches here. Working out any tension that we've collected. Taking this a couple more times on either side before moving your hands back into the centre. And we're going to move back into our hero's pose, so sitting back on the heels, palms are face up towards the sky, gazes forward. You can close the eyes here, just feel yourself connecting with the earth, through your legs, through the tops of your toes. And then with your eyes still shut, just gently begin. Take some shoulder rolls, moving one way, moving another. Before bringing your hands all the way forwards, come back into a brief tabletop. Cross those legs behind you. And come back into a seated, comfortable position. And taking the feet into the mat, bending the knees. Just engaging the core briefly by rolling all the way down. Bringing one knee into the chest, bring another, and just gently rock from side to side. Massaging that lower spine here. And then when you're ready, you're going to hug the left knee in close to you, lowering the right leg all the way to the mat. I'm just going to guide the left leg all the way over to the right hand side, coming into a twist here. Keeping both shoulders on the mat, so it doesn't matter if your knee touches the floor, you just want to keep both shoulders firmly placed down. And then bring it back into the centre, hugging both knees in close, rocking from side to side, before allowing the left leg down to the mat, hugging this right knee in close, and then moving it all the way over to the left hand side. Bringing both the knees back into the chest, stretching out the legs this time. You can have a natural bend and just taking a few ankle rolls here, moving in one direction, moving in another. And then stretching these legs, just stretching out any tension. Bring the knees into the chest, lift your shoulders, lift your head, giving yourself a well-deserved hug, a loving hug. Just giving thanks to your body, honouring the body with this calming flow after maybe a busy day, a busy week or a busy month. And then lowering the head down, you come into the final pose of Savasana. Maybe grabbing that bolster again if you have it, to place it underneath your knees. Relaxing with the palms up to the sky. Coming into the final pose. And just tuning in here to the vibration and the sound of your breath. Not worrying if you're breathing too loudly or too slow. Just listening into your natural breathing here as you inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Just embracing how tired and heavy your body feels on the mat. And imagine it feels so heavy and tired that you're sinking down deeper and deeper, feeling the floor rise above you. Warm and comforted here. And I'd just like you to repeat after me, but only in your minds. I relax. I release. I let go. I relax. I release. I let go. Just repeating these affirmations to yourself here as you spend a few more moments in Savasana. When you're ready to come out of the pose, you're just going to begin to maybe wiggle the toes, move the fingers, and taking a deep inhale through the nose, you're going to sigh it out through the mouth. One more time, inhale through the nose, and sigh it out through the mouth. And slowly and gently bringing one knee into the chest, bringing another, just rocking here briefly from side to side, maybe moving the bolster out of the way, any pillows, before allowing the knees to fall all the way to one side, taking your hand with your head like a little pillow. Before gently and very slowly bringing yourself all the way up to a comfortable seated position. Taking your hands to Namaste in the center of your chest. And you're just going to begin to rub your hands together, creating heat in between your palms here, rubbing so fast, feeling all the energy, all that heat you're creating. And then placing these over the eyes. Just going to blink your eyes open, coming back into the room, for gently releasing the hands to Namaste in the center of your chest. Thank you for joining me on the mat today, and I hope you stay inspired by the magic of yoga every day. I'll see you soon. Namaste.